World of YouTube, terrible sight here, and I thought today I would take myself down to New York City to pay respect to where once stood the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center. Over here are the towers memorials, of course. And I actually stood on these grounds back in 1993. I got to see the World Trade Center where they sat. It looked like a friggin' theater type huge room. I remember the seats that went down like theater seats, movie theater seats, yeah, it's hard to record here. It's very packed. But I'm trying to keep people out of my video. But I'm gonna shoot it up towards the buildings. But scary though, very scary when I came here in '93. Learning years later they had an attack back then. And of course this was the most severest one. And I remember walking in a friend's house and his mother was screaming, "Oh my God, oh my God." And what I remember seeing was the first tower on fire, and then I watched the second plane collide right on in. There was a time with the job I was working at, I asked the boss if he was going to take us down here, do some volunteer work, or even removal with the dumpster company he owned, and he didn't do it. Of course, it was an idea I came up with, and it was never done. But whatever. I didn't make it down here, though, either, because if I would have lost pay. I wouldn't have got no vacation pay at that. And I just had my son. He was actually 1 year old, mind you, when this happened. So it was kind of tough, even though I wanted to rush down there and help myself. Because, yeah, watching that happen on our soil was very, very disturbing and, of course, traumatizing. And, of course, I followed that all on the news like everybody else just to see this ravel out, man. It was sad I couldn't even come down here to help. But at least I can come down here to pay my respects. And of course, over here at the sign, it's pretty sad that they gotta make all these buildings to replace the two that stood here. I believe number 5 is in the works of being built. Because I just seen a sign. And I think it's right along Church Street, maybe. But it's just very sad to see that they gotta, I don't know why they all need these 5 buildings to, fulfill 2. Very sad. But as we walk over to the, maybe this one is the North Tower, as you can see clearly, as people can't make it here, this is definitely what it looks like. Of course, all the names attributed on a stone. Very nice to see that, Of course, you got a nice park here. And, of course, you can't be nowhere without the New York pigeons hanging around. Look at them, they don't even move. But this is it. I think that's like a visitor center type thing over there. I'm going to probably do a little short video in there. Like I said, doing the video out here and trying to keep everybody out of it's tough, but at least I can get this in. But as you can see, the skyline, just beautiful. This memorial, just beautiful. It's nice to see, yeah, right, they kept this, literally, tributed to that. Who knows, you know, if we weren't able to do this, that'd definitely be some, you know, nonsense. But, of course, this is my tribute to the 9/11 monument, and of course, my traumatization of living and seeing this actually unfold. Even watching that second plane crashing, man, was just wow. Like I said, I wish I could have came helping. I wish I was on that plane. It's like them other passengers. I probably would have kicked in more sooner. But I would have did my damnedest to take that plane back over and do what I could as a born, raised American citizen to help who was ever on there. Of course, if that ever happens again and I'm on that plane, boy, they better be shooting me first, because I will attack with no questions asked. Because, I mean, I got to live with this, of course, until the day I die. I lived through this. And it's very disturbing. It's, you know, choking me up just standing here as I'm hitting my fist on the cement here. I'm not granite, stone, just like, oh, man. But this is a tribute. Let's see if we can just try, give a moment of silence. And yeah, sorry about that. My son interrupted me. Gotta go and try that again. Moment of silence. Man, you know, I could sit here all day and listen to these waterfalls, man. Just a beautiful sound. But I'm gonna go take some pictures and soak up the visual of this, and trying to stay on the positive side of everything that went down that day. Like I say, man, just like everything that traumatized me in my life, this would be top 10, you know, one of them. And, yeah, man, the way this went down and how I walked upon it on TV, I mean, it was just as disturbing as anyone would have been standing here that day. But, I'm glad I made it down here to pay my tribute. You know, this is something I've been meaning to do. Yeah, it took that long to get down here, boy. That's how bad my life's been running, you know. Trying to do things, even trying to do things with my kids, but life ain't been fair lately. Just as well as life wasn't fair on 9/11. It only goes to show how this world really works, man. A lot of things you wish could happen and change, but it just continues to be a nightmare. When we all wake up from it is unknown. All I do know is I'm glad I got here today to pay my tribute. Huge salute to all who passed away, to all who lost loved ones, all who suffered, ones that got even handicapped from this. Even the thought of the firefighters that are trapped under the building, and they got them out from the rubble. So many disturbing things that happened here that day. And all I can say is, all of you, each and one of you, I feel your pain, And I'm glad I could stand here today in honor of everybody who was a hero, who lost their lives. And that's right. Terrible sight. Till that next video, folks. Be safe, take care, and always beware. 'Cause you'll never know when another tragedy like this will hit. Out.